Alright, let's look at the vertex form of a quadratic. This is from Unit 2, so this should be familiar. So here, because a is equal to -1, this quadratic is going to face down. The parabola is going to face down. To find the vertex, you need your h and your k. So h is -2 and k is 5. Now the axis of symmetry is always going to be x equals the x value of the vertex. So in this case, -2. Alright, let's graph that first. So we got -2, 5. Alright, our goal is to get 5 points. So I'm going to use my parent points. So I've got 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 4. We're going to multiply by -1/4. So we end up with 0, -1/4, -1. Now because of that line of symmetry, we're going to reflect those points, and that's where we're going to get 5. So here's my 0, 0. So I'm going to move right 1 down 1/4. Reflect it, so I'm going to move left 1 down 1/4. Alright, let's go right 2 down 1, and let's reflect it, left 2 down 1. So there's your parabola in vertex form. Alright, let's look at standard form. So here again our a is 2, so since it's positive it's facing up. Now because a has gotten larger, this makes us have a narrower graph. Alright, how to find the vertex? We're going to be using this formula to find the vertex. So x is equal to the opposite of b over 2a. So in this case, b is -8, and a is 2. So when I plug in the opposite of -8 over 2 times 2, we're going to get 2. Now to find the corresponding y value, we're going to take this 2 and we're going to plug it in to that original equation. So here's the math. So we end up with y is equal to -2. So our vertex is 2, -2. The axis of symmetry here again is always x equals the x value, which is 2. Alright, important fact. The y-intercept is always c. So since my c here is 6, our y-intercept is 0, 6. Okay, let's graph that. So we got 2, -2, and we've got 0, 6. So because our line of symmetry is x equals 2, we can reflect that 0, 6 and get another point. So now we only need 2 more points. Go back to your parent point, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 4. We're multiplying by 2, so we're going to get 0, 0, 2, 8. So 0, 0, I'm going to go right 1 up 2, and then reflect it, left 1 up 2. Now this graph has a minimum, and your minimum is always the y value of your vertex. So we have a minimum at -2. Alright, try the next one on your sheet and then check your answers. Pause the video as needed. Here are the answers. Like I said, pause the video if you need more time. Alright, let's look at intercept form. Notice it's been factored. That's how you can recognize an intercept form. It's been factored. Okay, so here again, a is 2. 2 is positive. We're going to open up. The zeros, here's my work for the zeros. We set each factor equal to 0. So my zeros are -3 and +1. Now they've changed it because we need some other variable. They've changed the variables to p and q. Alright, so now we need to find the vertex. So this is work in pink. Now, to find the vertex, we're going to add p plus q and divide by 2. But another way to remember this is we're just averaging our zeros. That's how we find the x value of the vertex. So our zeros were -3 and 1, so -3 plus 1. And when we average two numbers, we're going to divide by 2. So that gives us an x value of -1. Here again, we take that x and we plug it in to find our y. So when we do that, we get -8. So the vertex here is -1, -8. Okay, so now we've got 3 points. Let's plot those. So -1, -8, that's there. We got -3, 0, and we got 1, 0. So that means we just need another point. Remember, our goal is to get 5 points on this graph. So back to the parent points. So we've got 0, 1, 2, which gives us 0, 1, 4. We're multiplying by 2, so we're going to get 0, 2, 8. So go back to your graph. So 0, we're going to go right 1 up 2, and then reflect it, left 1 up 2. It's all about being able to recognize the forms and then remember how to get the vertex and points based on those forms. Now, it didn't ask us for this, but this has a minimum value at our y value of our vertex, which is -8. And the axis of symmetry is x equals -1. This is all information that you can be asked for these things. All right, practice problem. So practice this one, check your answers, see if you agree. Pause the video as you need if you need more time. Okay, let's look at some word problems. So we have this bridge that's between two towers that are 307 feet above the roadway and connected by suspension cables. Each cable can be modeled by the function given, where x and y are measured in feet. We want to know the distance between the two cables. All right, well, think about this. The low point here is the vertex, which, since this is in vertex form, our h is 1400 and our k is 27. Well, the vertex divides your graph in half. So that means from the beginning to the middle is going to be 1400. And then from the middle to the other side is going to be another 1400. So the distance can always be found by taking 2 times the x value of the vertex. So to answer this question, what's the distance? We're going to take 2 times 1400, which is 2800 feet. Make sure you have units. All right, another type of word problem. Here we've got a bionic mouse that has a parabolic jump and is looking for food, and he's encountered a 5-foot fence. We want to know, is he going to be able to clear this fence? So we need to find the height. Height is always the y value of the vertex. All right, this thing is in intercept form, so that means we need the zeros. So x equals 0, so each x equal to 0. So x equals 0 is a 0, and x minus 30 equals 0, so x equals 30 is a 0. So for intercept form, we need to average our zeros. So 0 plus 30 divided by 2 is 15. Take the 15, plug it back into this original equation, and you should get 5.625 feet. All right, this is our max. This is our max height that the mouse can jump. Now read the sentence. Since the mouse's max is 5.625 feet, which is greater than 5, then he's going to be able to clear the wall. This entire statement is part of your answer.